Hey guys, what is going on? In this video, I'm gonna do a quick unboxing of the MacBook Air M1. This thing was supposed to be shipped a lot earlier today, supposedly 3:15. It's currently 6 o'clock. UPS was like 3 hours late, but no big deal. Let's just jump right into it. I know like a lot of unboxing people have like really cool knives that they use to unbox. I'm gonna be using Scotch scissors. It's my unboxing tool of choice. This is my everyday carry all the time. I'm obviously joking. But let's just hop right into the cardboard box this comes into. And also, while I'm cutting this thing open, I don't have a cool 2-camera setup or anything like that. So, all right, I'm cutting it, but I realized that they actually include a pull tab. So, I don't have a cool 2-camera setup. So as I'm going through this, I'm gonna occasionally like get up and refix my camera to this and everything. So if you see like me shift positions or anything like that, that's why. But we got the box. I'm gonna switch my camera right now so you can see what I'm doing, but let's get this thing right open. All right, over here, we got the MacBook M1. See if you can get a good look at that. There we go. So I'm sure most of you have seen the traditional MacBook boxes. So I actually don't use a MacBook. I use a Windows laptop pretty often. But I figured that with the whole transition to the M1, this would be a great opportunity to jump into the MacBook ecosystem, do a bunch of tests for this channel, which I'm really, really excited for, and sort of just, I don't know, experiment with how Apple is. And I decided to go for the Air, just because I'm not sure if the Pro is necessarily worth it yet. As the benchmarks come out, which they have been coming out, and it seems like over a load of time, like 8, 10, 30 minutes, like rendering a video or rendering photos or compiling any code, it seems to me that the Pro does handle that stuff much better. But I'm gonna do my own tests and see if my workflow does require a Pro or not. But let's actually pop this guy open now. It's times like these that I wish I had, you know, a full-blown setup or something like that. But let us pop this box open. I messed it up. There we go. Nice and carefully rip that plastic off. There we go. Okay, so we have the MacBook Pro in here. It is very cold actually. But by the way, I read that this thing doesn't actually thermal throttle all that much. Like it really doesn't output that much heat, but we're gonna test all that stuff out anyway. It's just some first impressions that I've seen online. But let's take the plastic off this. And we have the MacBook Pro M1. This is the entry model one. I don't know if I said that. And whatever else is in the box is pretty straightforward. You have the USB-C to USB-C connector, some documentation that probably no one's ever gonna read. I'm sure a lot of people put a lot of work into these documentations that everyone just doesn't care for. It's very sad. And a relatively small power brick. Wait, how much wattage is this? This is a 30-watt power adapter. I don't know if this is common for all MacBooks to have, but this is my first time actually seeing a power adapter this small. That's kind of cool. Okay. And by the way, if I seem like I'm rushing this video, it's because I totally am. I have a class in 20 minutes that I need to prep for. So I'm doing this unboxing like as quickly as possible because I wanted this to be like my raw first impressions. I didn't want to have to like, you know, repackage it and pretend like I'm opening it up for the first time. This is the first time I've gotten the box. You could see it sealed in the cardboard box. But let's open this guy up. As the person who hasn't used a MacBook in such a long time, I'm kind of curious what my impressions are going to be actually using this device. So let's start doing that. So this may seem kind of overkill, but I kind of have my iPad Pro right here, which I still love this device so much. But let's see how this guy is. So let's open it up for the first time. One finger. Yes, indeed. Automatically powers up. Remove this little cloth or paper. Pretty sure that's paper. Yes, it is. I mean, for those of you who have had a MacBook in the past, that booted up very fast. For those of you that have had a MacBook in the past, I'm sure you won't be really impressed on the design. I am impressed because I haven't had a MacBook. I'm impressed with the design. I always loved how MacBooks look compared to Windows laptops or just your general run-of-the-mill laptops. I love this aesthetic a lot. Let me just get this guy set up and I'll be right back. So while this thing is booting up and setting up the iCloud account and everything, just my general first impressions, and this is just the first impressions on the, sorry, one second. I have to type in my passcode for my phone. This isn't just first impressions on the M1 MacBook Air, but more so MacBook Airs in general. I love how it feels. I like how it's cold, and that sounds kind of weird, but for some reason, that really interests me. just overall, just like the aesthetic and everything it's really cool. And if I'm looking over here, it's because I'm also clicking through. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, open the documents folder. Okay, sorry, I had to do a little something something. Just first impressions generally, everything looks really, really good. I don't have much to say right now because I haven't really done anything. Nothing's been done, but I do want to put it to its paces because I know that this is running in ARM architecture. I know that it's not as widespread as Intel and x86 and x64 and all like the architecture you've been used to for such a long time. So I really want to put it through its paces on the software and the workflow that I use, being an engineering student and also trying to get into software development. I'm gonna make a lot of videos on that. I can't wait. But in the meantime, I want to get to at least the desktop so I can finish this video off with having set up the MacBook. And I have like 12 minutes until my class, so I really gotta push for this. Okay, so finishing it off with the MacBook aesthetic and everything and how it feels, how the desktop feels, how everything kind of works. I'm not running any programs yet or anything like that. I just want to look at just the overall feel and how everything is. So like opening up Safari, I'm assuming everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna work how it should. Considering how Safari is like Apple's browser, everything should work totally fine. But all I've had in terms of like a desktop OS system is the iPad Pro, which I've absolutely loved. So I'm just going off of my love for this guy and hoping that it transfers over to the MacBook. But we'll see. If anything, I think what's gonna happen in the future is I'm gonna end up upgrading this if I feel like I need to in terms of the power and the longevity of how long I could do renders and compiling and everything like that to the MacBook Pro. I'm not sure. Anyway, I know this video is literally all over the place, but I wanted to do this really quick, get my raw first impressions on unboxing the MacBook Pro. Overall, the Apple experience unboxing is really nice. Everything just kind of folds apart like you'd expect it to. I'm gonna really be putting the MacBook Air to its testing. I gotta go to class now, but I hope you enjoyed this really short unboxing video that's literally just an unboxing. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Stay subscribed for some really cool benchmarking and some like real life MacBook Air testing with compiling and rendering and editing and all this fun stuff. But that's not until later. I will catch you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching. Peace out.